This poem is Gypsies Dressed Like Nuns. The nuns circle the square, dangling bright bracelets, necklaces, phone covers. They thrust the colorful to Madam, buy, buy. They are not goblins, but gypsies. The women, disguised as tourists, thrust bills of unremembered value. Cheerfully take on 1, 2, 3 more. Shiny objects loading up well-fed arms. More delighted in the story than the place. Once you've visited Belem Tower in Lisbon, your next stop is to sit in the gardens of the adjacent monastery and wait for your tour guide to bring you the little custard tarts that are famous in Portugal. And they're very delicious. But there was a whole group of us hanging out, as you can imagine, just sitting in the shade. And because the gypsies know where the tourists are going to be hanging out, there they all were. And what was fascinating was that they were really dressed up like nuns. And it was almost like you pull out the coat and there's all of the dangling materials and things to buy. And that's exactly what these gypsies did. They had the full habit on, looked like nuns, and then opened up their robes, and they had all of these jewels and all of these, inexpensive beads, phone covers, etc. And the women in the group loved it. They were completely happy with the whole exchange, and they were happy with the gypsies. They were happy with having something to do, and they were delighted to be able to spend even more money. And that's what delights a lot of Europeans, or a lot of any place I've traveled with Americans. We do two things. We spend money, but the other thing that we do is that we ask questions. We are engaged. We're interested in what's going on. And if I had better Spanish, I would have, or Portuguese, excuse me, I would have asked them, how do you figure this out? How do you do this? They are so inventive and so interesting. And I wanted to honor their efforts with a poem.